So here we have the Audi A3 Cabriolet on a 16 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you some controls on the inside of the car first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, and that's including the fact that the roof is currently occupying some of this space just here. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle, you can see there's a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change the information that's displayed there using buttons on the steering wheel. So there's different menus that are available to you in that central section, as you can see, and eventually you'll get back around to the beginning again. If we back out to the steering wheel, over on the left-hand side, we have stereo controls, which continue over on the right-hand side. And the controls on the left are also for the central section that I was just showing you just a moment ago. Just behind the steering wheel, we have the minus and plus paddles, so that's so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox, should you wish to do that. And then over in the center, we have the main screen for the car. So up on here, you can see that we've got, amongst other things, satellite navigation, which is a nice, clear color display. We've also got the radio, of course, and if you want to listen to radio, you've got a few different ways in which you can listen to it. So DAB, FM and AM radio, all available up there. You can also listen to your own music as well. A few different ways of doing that. So we've got SD memory card, CD player, Audi's multimedia interface, and also Bluetooth audio as well. And then you can pair your phone under the telephone heading that you see just there. All of the controls for the stereo are here. So this dial and these four buttons can do virtually everything. You can, if you wish to, access certain things directly from here. So for example, radio, media, navigation, and also your telephone. Otherwise, as I say, the dials, you can do everything with this dial whilst you're driving along. It's a lot easier than having to look down or to touch the screen, for example. Below the screen, we then have various controls. Over on the left-hand side, we can turn off the stop and start for the car. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. The system's off when that light shows. Following that along from the right, we have the hazard warning lights. We can turn off the traction control. We can close down the screen if you wish to, or have it raised back out from the dashboard with that next button. And then you can change the way the car drives. So if you hit this drive select, you can see that you can put the car in auto, so it will decide for you. Dynamic, which is the sportier feel. Individual, so you can customize it yourself. Efficiency for better fuel economy. Comfort, and then back around to auto, which is where you'd leave it most of the time, I would imagine. Below that section, we then have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature just here, the driver temperature over on the right hand side. You can change the fan speed in the middle and the direction of the air just to the right hand side of that. Once you're happy with those settings, your air conditioning is turned on and off from that button. The opposing button over on the left-hand side will put it into auto. So the car will, as you can hear it doing, so I'll override it now so you can hear me, but it will determine the fan speed and the direction of the air for you in order that it maintains the temperatures that you've asked for. We've also got a heated driver's seat with 3 different heat settings. Same for the passenger side just here. And we've got a heated blower that can come out onto your neck, so when you have the roof down on this car, for example. We then have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox just there. And then lastly, the controls, not only for the handbrake on the right-hand side here, but also for the roof. So to close the roof, you'd push the button down. The roof is closed at the moment, so I'm gonna lift the button back and show you how the roof works. Okay, so on lifting the button back, you'll see the windows will go down slightly. That's to allow the roof to release itself. The tailgate will open up, and then the whole roof section will fold down into that space at the top of the boot, which you saw just a moment ago. The tailgate will close down, and all 4 windows will go back up again. You can obviously lower them individually should you wish to do that. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call either of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.